here we all are tonight to phone bank for you. So I don't think you need an introduction, but I'll give you one anyway. As most of you know, Brittney was elected for the first time to the Nevada State Legislature in 2016. She's currently the vice chair of the Education Committee and a middle school teacher, which, if you heard her at our kickoff meeting, is quite a juggling act. She has sponsored legislation that has allowed women to bypass their doctor and go straight to the pharmacy for birth control. A huge women's rights advocate. Has been instrumental in getting legislation passed. Has been the largest investment in public education in Nevada, among other things, endorsed by Planned Parenthood, Moms Demand Action, the Sierra Club, the Nevada Veterans Association. So Brittney, if you'd like to just talk to us for a little bit, and then we might open it for some Q&A if you don't mind.
Sure, I will. And I see that my my Wi-Fi is kind of going in and out right now, so I apologize if I'm freezing. But I just want to thank you all so much. Everyone at Sister District or affiliated with Sister District in some form or fashion has just been extraordinary. Is so inspiring, such amazing help, whether it's with the phone banking or fundraising. So thank you so much, because I know taking time out of your own lives to put so much energy into legislators from other states is really an added bonus. But we all know we need to fight to maintain our blue legislatures, as well as hopefully gain some more across the nation, because we know the risks that we're all facing federally. And one thing about our legislature here in Nevada is we are the first and only female majority legislature in United States history. So we definitely want to maintain and keep fighting for women's rights. So again, as it was stated, I'm a teacher by day. I'm a legislator when the bell rings. We're fighting hard here in Nevada. There are some very, some very risky people on the other side that are running for office. And so it's imperative that we win and that Democrats win up and down the ticket and that we maintain the majorities. And so I really appreciate the help, because we know there's all kinds of polls and concerns and talk about voter turnout and all that kind of stuff. But we know that when we vote, we win, because the average American, the average Nevadan supports the same ideas and principles that we do. So we just got to make sure we get everybody out to vote, and that we basically save democracy. So thank you all so much for the effort you're putting in tonight.
Great, thank you so much. Does anybody out there have a question for Brittney? I think you'll be able to maybe raise your hand. Go ahead, Donna. You take yourself off mute.
Yeah, hi. So I've phone banked for you before, and I really didn't reach a lot of people. And I was wondering if you know that we could write postcards, and that it seems to be that we can reach a lot more people if we can write some postcards for you.
Yes, and I appreciate that. I know that people don't necessarily always answer the phone. I know I don't when I don't recognize it, right? And especially during this time. Yes, I have received postcards from Sister District, and they're just as, I appreciate them just as much. Again, that's the choice between you and the organization. We know that at this point, the mailboxes are going to be like the last 2 weeks. What always happens here in Nevada, the mailboxes get bombarded. And it even gets so much to the point that those trying to send out those last minute mailers, like we have, where literally the printing companies are like, we can't even do it. We can't even take the business. And then the post offices get backed up. But again, we're talking mass mailings with, 10,000 a person and stuff. But yeah, postcards, I mean, I really believe, we know that campaigns talk about data. I believe that campaigns are really won organically, that it's really about relationship and touch. And so I'm someone that sends out birthday postcards. Every week I sit down and send out a few hundred birthday cards to constituents. And just this week and just today alone, I had 2 people thank me for those birthday cards. It's something simple and quick, and yet people feel so special and so seen with it. And so again, those simple touches is what wins elections. So yeah, a postcard, you know what? That's another touch. That's another time someone has to look at my name. It gets in their head. It's somebody saying, oh, someone else is voting for them. So I am a proponent of all things that reach out to voters. So again, that's your choice. I will accept all the help. It's all up to you all. But I also leave voicemails too. So if when I'm calling and no one's answering, I'm still leaving a voicemail. I'm still saying my name 3 times. They still have to hear Brittney Miller 3 times, whether they like it or not. So
Thank you.
So we are really instructed not to leave voicemails when we dial for you. Is that something you want us to do later on, or do you want us to do it now, or?
You know, again, that's all up to you all. I'm at the mercy of your support and help. It's something I always do. I know a lot of campaigns and a lot of different practices I always do, because I'm just like, subconsciously, you still have to hear my name 3 times. So, but it's completely up to you, whatever works for you all.
Great. I have a question as we called tonight. What are some things, like what's like a couple of main issues that you'd like if somebody says, you know, what does Brittney Miller stand for? Like, we have the websites and your candidate one-pagers, but what's some really what you want us to convey tonight and as we call the next couple of weeks for you?
You know, that's a great question. I think when we look at platform issues, obviously it's like education and healthcare and the economy, small businesses and such. But at the core of where I am, just in my patriotism, is that, again, at the end of the day, it's upholding democracy, our access and right to vote, making sure that Nevada is an extremely diverse state. We've now been recognized as the 3rd most diverse state. And so the school district I work at, my school district alone, we're the 5th largest in the country, but we represent 178 countries and we speak over 90 different languages, our students do. And so to, again, uphold Nevada as a place, you know, that women are able to excel here, but where people of all races, colors, religions, all lifestyles, our LGBTQ, our veterans, that everyone really can just live and peacefully and enjoy the civil rights and liberties that we believe all people in the United States should have. So that's really at the core of it. It's about democracy. It's about our rights and liberties, and not the dog whistle when they say it on the other side. We know when we say it, we really mean it, to extend it and for everyone. So that's really at the core. Women's rights, rights for people of color, veterans, and of course, LGBTQ. I think Tony has his hand up too.
Hi, Brittney.
Hi.
I'm a graduate of Wayne State University.
Yes, so is my dad. Right on. You've been waiting a long time to say that.
A bit, yeah. But I have a question. For canvassing, you've been out on the streets, and some of the people here may actually be going to Nevada to canvass. But Mike, for example, what are you hearing at the door from people?
You know, at the door, the Democrats are just pretty much focused on maintaining democracy. You know, that's first and foremost, because even though, while we know a woman's right to choose is definitely a very important issue, even for independents, Democrats, the ones I'm speaking to, seem to recognize that if we don't preserve democracy, it's like game over for everything else. I mean, even with the economy, and, you know, and I tell people, yes, gas prices are real, grocery prices are pinching us all, rent and all of this. But if we don't win, gas prices will be the least of our worries. I mean, January 6th, it was just a preview. We absolutely know gas prices will be the least of our worries. So we have to preserve democracy, and then continue to work toward everything else. So yeah, really at the doors, that's what Democrats are saying. The independents and the few Republicans that I have on my in my universe that I'm speaking to, again, it's more of a smattering everywhere else, kind of more focused on the economy. I was endorsed by our Las Vegas chamber, which focuses on small business. But really what pulls the most here as well is women's rights, healthcare, public safety, and small business.
Thank you.
Thanks for the question. Thanks for graduating from Wayne State. Are you from Detroit?
Yes.
Oh, where at?
Joy Road in Southfield.
Oh, wow. You're from Detroit, Detroit.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I grew up in Rosedale Park, but then my parents got divorced and I moved to Roseville and
Yeah.
then Shelby. So,
Yeah. I lived in the Cass Corridor for a while too.
oh, wow. You have to explain later to everyone what that means. But if you go back now, you wouldn't even recognize the
I know.
Cass Corridor. It's been so gentrified. It's,
Yeah. The apartment I was in, it doesn't exist.
no, I bet it doesn't. Thanks so much for the support.
Sure. Thanks for you for your running.
Anybody else have a question for Brittney or a comment?
Yeah. What are the terms in Nevada? Are they 2-year terms or 3-year terms?
Yes, they're 2-year terms in the House
Okay.
and the Assembly.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep. Mhm. And this is my 4th term.
Right. Cool. Well, if anybody else wants to go or not, we're going to get started calling for you, Brittney. Get those dials made. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we're I think there's like 8 people coming to Nevada a couple weeks from now to knock on doors with you. So hopefully the weather will keep cooling off because San Franciscans really cannot handle it.
It really, and remember, it's a dry heat here. So like even 90 is like, windows open. It's like you're 78, I promise. So it's a dry heat. But
yeah, 78 is hot for us though.
I know. But yeah, thanks so much. I can't wait to see you all. I'm jumping on my own call party here locally too right now. But thank you all so much. And those coming out, can't wait to see you. And we're gonna have so much fun.
Thanks a lot, Brittney, for being here tonight.
Bye-bye. Thanks.